Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the must-see, must-click, must-not stop subscribing video podcast for Cultaholic. I am Matthew, the guy with the Pentagon Junior shirt, joined as always by my fabulous partners.
Hello.
Partners.
Hi there.
Greedy bastard.
Hi there. What's with the Pentagon shirt, Matthew?
I like him.
Yeah, usually there's a theme. What's he done this week? Nothing.
He's probably had a match.
Probably,
Gone
yeah.
Zero medal.
He's really good.
I can speak Spanish.
Really like him.
Yeah.
Great.
I hope he does a shirt like, you know, Mick Foley had that shirt where it was a picture of Foley and then on the back all the injuries he's had over the years.
No, I've not seen this.
Oh, this was like years ago. But I hope Pentagon has one for all the names he's had to have. Since Underground Killing Curry. Pentagon X, Dark X, Shelton Benjamin X, all the stuff he's had.
I realised that Impact have, I don't know when it was, I think I must have just missed it, but Impact have changed the name of their top title again. Now it's the Impact World Championship. It was the Impact Global Championship for a bit. It's been such a convoluted mess of things.
Oh, so Flip Gordon and others will be really happy that it's been changed to World, not Globe. Hey, he blocked me, and then I said something nice about him, then he unblocked me. So the only way for him to have seen it is someone said, this guy said something nice about you, and he went back.
An insecure man.
All wrestlers, vanity search. I don't know why you do it. What, do you vanity search, Ross?
No.
Do you vanity search?
Yeah, I do, yeah, of course. Not so much anymore, but in the early days, yeah.
Tell you who's bad for vanity searching, and that is Brutus the Barber Beefcake, because twice I've mentioned him on Twitter. Not mentioned his Twitter directly, but he's found them both times and replied.
Oh. But he's not got much to do now his Subway job's finished.
Hogan's arsehole won't need cleaning much more anymore.
Wow. They're just mates. They're just best pals.
Bit more than that, aren't they?
You can give him a bro job, can't you? If I know my American vernacular correctly.
Booty man job.
The booty man. Oh, also, Matthew,
what's that reminded you of?
No, nothing to do with that. Just also, you were commentating recently on the match that I got involved in, and it was just such a burial on commentary. I've never heard such a burial.
Not since last week's Mailbag.
Yeah.
It's such a burial. What did I say?
Just kept calling me a 14-year-old and a bear.
What else did I say?
There's a bear in the ring.
Great this.
I bet he's rubbish at life. You didn't say that at any point, but you just...
And then now you're just bending your own insecurities. This is great. Yes, you were playing what's known in wrestling as, I believe this is right, a baddie.
A heel.
So, a ne'er-do-weller, as they say. And so I was saying bad things about you because Liam Lazarus' whole thing is he hates North Wrestling.
Liam Lazarus?
And believes pro wrestling is better.
Who would ever think that?
Sorry, you're right, Liam Slater, because Liam Lazarus is somebody else.
Hey, it was a good match though, wasn't it?
Everything Liam Slater does is great.
Yeah, true. And I didn't mess up. That's all I was concerned about. And I didn't.
I'm impressed that you took it.
Abused a disabled man.
I know him.
Makes it all right then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. I apologised
Is
to
that
him.
your defence in court?
I apologised to him after, and he went, "You're just playing a character. It's all right." I went, "Yep."
I'm glad he understood.
And he goes, if you don't, well, you haven't got a leg to stand on. And he walked away. It's shocking he said that, like.
I didn't say that at all.
He said, I'm going to get your ESA off.
Do you know him, Josh?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, then.
I
right.
nearly said which one.
Which Josh?
But that would be
yeah.
bad. Yeah, which Josh?
Yeah,
yes. And so, what a nice week we've had.
It's been eventful.
I don't know, like.
Oh.
Armageddon's outside at the minute.
Yes, folks, if you're not watching this in the UK or Ireland, you may be confused as to why all the British people are complaining about the snow. As I've said on Twitter, and others have responded, well, now you know how Russia feels, or whatever. Apparently, you're not allowed a problem nowadays. Yes, England and Ireland are gripped by Snowmageddon, the beast from the east, as Bam Bam Bigelow used to be called, even though he was from America. And, yeah.
He was from East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Beast from the East Rutherford,
yes.
New Jersey. Yeah. Because the one time he did go to Japan, chemo knocked him out.
What?
Fought in...
Oh, right.
Oh, right, okay. I thought...
That was... Apparently he threw that.
Yeah.
Because of course you would say
chemo
that.
through his fist into Bam Bam's face, yeah.
Apparently Bam just took the payday and went home.
Yeah. I would have said that too after 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What were you about to say, Jack?
Just that it's been a bit tricky, hasn't it? Walking about in the snow, getting into work.
Yes,
Storm Emma's here now.
Storm
There's
Emma.
some joke to be made, which you'll make now. Go on then.
Nah, I'm a Bigelow thing and that's it. Something Al Snow sucks. Something.
Storm Tennille Dashwood, as she's now known. Emma. You know, in Ring of Honor now. She's in Ring of Honor. She's a proper wrestler.
What did you say?
Tennille Dashwood. Is that her name now? Her indie name?
Right. I thought you were legit saying the dash in her name.
Tennille Dash / Emma.
D/Von Dudley was what I thought you were saying.
She got good. She got a good pop when she came out. Introduced by none other than Bully Ray. You went, "Whoa, Emma's here." Well, no, you didn't say. I said Tennille Dashwood.
Do you know who I am?
And then Billy Ray went,
hate
"We're not gonna just have a normal match. It's gonna be a street fight." And everyone's like, "We know it's all you've done for 4 years."
He's a nice man.
He's a nice man, though. He's a nice man.
Scary, like, but a nice
That
man.
thing that men do to dogs. I can't do it personally. That's what he did to
What?
me. That's my own interview.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Not Debbie McGee, which I found out recently. Not what Debbie McGee does. No, just that little clicky thing big manly men do to their dogs. Did that to me, right in my face.
Right in your face.
Yeah, straight in there like that.
He kept calling me like buddy and pal like I was a little boy. He was like, "Hey, buddy."
Why would you think that?
Ah.
If you saw The Rock, you'd do like we do with the Hornswoggle, think you're a Make-A-Wish kid. Sign your face or something.
That's quite enough banter for now, I think.
Oh no, more insults. More passive aggressiveness.
It's all turned a bit horrible.
There's a reason I sit here. Just to keep the peace between the
the
two.
umpire in this tennis match of
Been a few
crap.
comments saying stuff like, "You can just tell that Jack hates Matthew." Well,
Oh, wait, I never see these comments, any of you. They're all pro Ross.
oh yeah.
Like, they're like, "Wow, you tell Ross is great." And I sit here and go, "Wait a minute, we're the one talking." Ross is just there going, "Yeah." I say one zinger, and we're like, "Wow, Ross is amazing." So well
You've got
done,
to pick
Ross.
your moments,
Picks
you
his
know.
moment.
Yeah, or just continually talk crap.
I'll
and
be
hope
talking a
something
lot
sticks.
later on about somebody. Oh, I've got some stuff to be said.
Oh.
Can't wait for that.
But you'll have to wait for that.
to wait for that.
Carry on watching.
Yes.
Because that's how YouTube works. And the wrestling news this week is not that big.
Well,
There's not much going on, is there?
Yeah, we'll get, because obviously Elimination Chamber and everything else. But why don't you start, Jack? Because you're about to say something.
well, you mentioned before we came on air the rumoured WrestleMania match between not John Cena and The Undertaker, but John Cena and Rey Mysterio, which is a bit out of the blue. I'm not sure how legit, not sure how much to believe that, really. Why would they tease The Undertaker match and then not do it?
It's like Bullseye, innit? Game of Bullseye. Here's what you could have won.
Well, with the Undertaker promo, Cena saying, "Well, look, I want this," and he said it, and people went, "Well, he said it, it's happening." Then he immediately said, "It's not happening. Undertaker's done. He's spent." And after seeing the documentary on the WWE Network, I'm glad. I don't want to see. I want to see Undertaker Cena 5-10 years ago. Now, no, I do not want to see that match.
Yeah.
I've not seen that which documentary?
The WrestleMania
WWE
24.
Oh, right.
Very high
Very
standard.
good. Very good.
The WWE
show.
24 stuff is amazing, and me and my mate, well, obviously were there at WrestleMania last year, so we're just there like, "Oh, we were there and it was sunny." And then we saw wrestling memes, Tom Hansen in the crowd going, "Oh my God, the Hardy Boys!" And
They
we're
like that clip,
we were
don't they?
more emotive than him.
Now,
We didn't pay money to WWE to put us on TV, allegedly.
what would the storyline be for Ray?
No,
Would he just come in and, "Hey,
Storyline.
John Cena, I'm going to kick your ass"? Would he be a heel?
It's just a mega match, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's no
What
background.
storyline? Yeah, well, there you go.
I want him to finally want revenge for that time when he won a tournament for the WWE Championship and then Cena just took it off him.
But it wasn't the championship. It was the CM Punk has left, so we have to have this. It was the
Interim.
Steve Lombardi Memorial title belt.
Still,
And then Cena just challenged him and beat
I've
him.
never understood why that was allowed. Why was Cena allowed to do that?
It's just set up for Cena's heel turn now, and it just goes, "How Ray, I really hated Eddie Me." You what? And then the fight at WrestleMania, and that's it. That's the story.
No, I will fight Eddie. Where? In hell. Yeah.
I think it'll be Undertaker still. I don't agree with
No.
it, but I do
I
think
hope it's not. I don't want to see him.
I think it will be.
Ray, Undertaker. It's gonna be one of those the daft picks when it comes to betting websites. The Rumble.
Lance Storm called him out.
Art and Deck against John Cena at
That's probably
WrestleMania.
was like Lance Storm. Oh yeah, he tweeted, "Well, I'm free. I
EC3
can
called
still
him
gan."
out.
EC3.
EC3 said, "I'll wrestle you on Takeover
Oh,
instead."
I mean, right. I've really got my hopes up then. Yeah, I'd love that. But yeah, I have no idea who Cena's opponent's going to be. It's probably not going to be Ray, because apparently it was debunked by the very reliable Sports Illustrated. So if they're going to pay Dolph Ziggler allegedly $1.5 million, according to Sports Illustrated, then Rey Mysterio must be earning $3 billion.
You saying that he's that much better than Dolph Ziggler?
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Ray has also got a match in New Japan soon in Long Beach,
Cena?
California. No, Ray, no, against Jushin Thunder Liger. So he's just very busy, isn't he? He's been over here on a weekly basis.
WWE alumni, Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah, he beat Tyler Breeze.
Yes.
Nice. That match is one of the most surreal things.
Isn't it weird? It's so weird that everyone knows Liger. Never been in WWE before, only over WCW and obviously New Japan and everything else. And it was just like, everyone knew him.
He was in the Pro Wrestling World Cup. In Manchester, the Japanese leg in Manchester.
Yes.
Great. What are the new... Oh, yeah, you said the Big Show did a thing. Or there was rumors about Big Show.
You say the Big Show does thing.
Apparently his contract ran out 2 days ago when this goes out, and he hasn't re-signed. Just going to drift off and do new things without a big send-off, even though our class being put through a cage by Braun Strowman is quite a big send-off.
It's not Shaq, though, is it?
No, it's not.
I feel bad for Big Show because he clearly trained a lot for that match against Shaq, and Shaq just went, I don't really fancy it. Sorry, Big Show.
Didn't Shaq... I thought the story was... I'm not this word as gospel, that he said, like, oh, yeah, I'm interested, kind of, and then we were supposed to, like, you know, send the details and get the ball rolling, and then waited a few weeks, and by the time, like, hey, Shaq still want to do it? It's like no, commit it now.
Oh, really?
I remember that. Don't quote me on that.
I thought he just bottled it. I thought he didn't want any.
He didn't want none.
Didn't want none of
These
the Big Show.
hands. Yeah.
Who would win in a real fight between Shaq and the Big Show?
Big Show.
Shaq's bigger.
I reckon he's hard as piss, though. Big Show.
I think the better question is, who's had the better films? Because that's Steel.
Big Show was
Scary
in...
Movie 4.
Big Show was in one of the Adam Sandler films, wasn't he?
He was in...
The Water Boy.
Yeah,
Captain
the
Insano.
Boy. Yeah, he was Captain Insano.
Was he Arnie?
And Jingle All the Way. Oh, it's not even
Away.
a contest. Yeah, right.
Shazam.
That was easy.
I am Shazam. Shaq was in, wasn't he?
Was it Shazam? No, it wasn't. Shazam's like the Captain Marvel dude, isn't it? It was something else.
Kazam.
Kazam. That was
Kazam.
it. Yeah.
Kazam. Yeah, Big Show's had the better
Yeah, the
films.
asylum film version of it. Awesome. Well, there's absolutely no news this week, but plenty of wrestling. So how about we move on to Elimination Chamber?
Hang on 1 second there.
What?
Well, first of all, we'll have to talk about the Hall of Fame before Elimination Chamber.
Yes,
we always
you're
get the
right.
order. But there is news involving Impact Wrestling and Lucha Underground doing a super
Breaking
show at WrestleCon on April 6th. They both sent squads out. They're going to have a big old Barney. And Scott Steiner will also be there, as the press release said. So
Oh, that's it. I hope it's just called the event where Scott Steiner's there.
Brian Cage will be on Impact's side, which I found surprising. Because
Johnny Mundo on both.
I've not seen Johnny Mundo announced for it actually, but Tara is, Valkyrie, and who else was it? Pentagon, your boy, my boy King Cuerno, love him, and lots of others. Sammy Callahan, Aerostar,
Could be on both, I guess.
Shane Strickland in these Killshot guys, Jeff Cobb.
Shane Strickland's kill shot.
Did you know?
You
that?
heard it here, folks.
Yeah, right. Okay. Jeff
Good,
Cobb's
folks.
Jeff Cobb's Matanza, obviously, and
God, the spoilers in this show.
and Drago as Drago. Big lineup, and Scott
Hardy was
Steiner.
born to play.
And Scott Steiner will be there live. I can't get this thing out my eye. Right, that's enough news for now.
You're right.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Oh, you're right. Elimination Chamber can suck it because we have the best segment, the Hall of Fame.
Come on, Ross.
Don't you
it's your
shout
favourite
something?
bit.
No, I'm just going to do it silently this
it.
week.
Well, after the previous alumni as your jeans, which you are
They're
wearing this
on.
week.
They're on my legs
Yeah,
today.
the week we're not doing
I've got
it.
Hall of Famers around my thighs. I feel great.
So does try to think of a joke. So
Yeah.
does,
I've got a
I can think
joke.
of a few, but I'm not going to say it.
Brandon Stroud.
Oh, no.
Calling your arse
Oh,
out,
no.
you prick. I put that
What?
man, we've brought him to relevancy here on this podcast. I put that man forward to be part of the best Hall of Fame in the history of Hall of Fame. So I thought, you know what? I'll drop him a follow on Twitter. Did he follow me back? Did he? Heck. So Brandon Stroud, I'm going to unfollow you live here on the podcast right now. And you, my pal, can go away back to irrelevancy with all things that are irrelevant, you prick. I hate you.
No, Ross, stop and think about what you're doing.
We've banned his name from the podcast as
What?
well.
No, stop, Ross, stop. Think of the consequences.
Brandon Stroud was obviously.
Look, you're going to verify this. Unfollow Brandon Stroud.
Brandon Stroud was obviously one of the nominations for the Hall of Fame.
Horrible bastard.
Oh, he hasn't won, has he?
No, he lost. Good. Deserves to lose.
What was mine again?
Oh, it's obviously. No one checks before they come on the show.
Even
I had the
remember
Futurama Wrestling episode.
You had the Futurama Wrestling episode, and I had.
I mean, since you're holding the board like that,
I know who it
clear.
is.
Let me guess.
The winner is the wrestling episode of Futurama, which means the scores are now 3-2-2. So Ross.
What was
And
yours?
more importantly, 0 to Brandon Stroud.
Yeah. Who?
I've got one. Just linked to what we were saying before. I'm going to nominate not King Cuerno, but King Cuerno's suicide dive, which I believe is the best in all of wrestling. It's a great move. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
It is very
He's
nice.
so straight as a ruler as he dives through those ropes.
Well, he is a king.
Cuerno, he wears antlers on his head sometimes when he comes out. Well, he wears a deer, doesn't he? He wears a deer with antlers on it.
Yes.
Why is that not good? Why is that? Because he's a hunter. He's like Kraven from the Spider-Man universe.
Yes.
My nomination is King Cuerno's suicide dive. It's the best in the biz today and ever. Matthew, you got one?
Oh, yes.
Oh no, what have you got? Yeah.
It's not so bad. I nominate Jimmy Havoc
Okay.
on the basis he is my mum's favourite wrestler.
What?
Went out to London to see my mum one time, and she took me to see Hamlet, which was the female version.
Did you go to the Globe? Was it the Globe?
No, it was in East London, sort of shown at the cinema. It was one of they film a production. Anyway, point was, she took me there, and she went, "Oh, can you take me to the wrestling?" I went, "Yeah, sure." Because you can do, we'll not be embarrassed, because Mum, you do what you like. Yeah, sure, love to bring you on. And she really enjoyed it.
Which one? Which promotion?
Progress.
Progress. She went to your
Point that
massive.
out. Yeah, total Progress, and all the fans were very nice. She's about that high, standing on a box, so
It's
okay,
her,
put it at the front.
It's her
so.
round. Haha. It's the joke that they do.
Yeah, it is. That's very funny. And he, she was okay with all the wrestling and the violence and the blood and the swearing. The one bit she didn't like was people chanting "you fat" something at one of the wrestlers,
Oh.
and she elbowed me and went, "Yeah, you cannot call another man fat, like."
You can, like.
Yeah, it was like, just not on. They're battering the hell out of each other and like cutting each other up. It was like, oh, maybe I can't help it. So afterwards, they got in the Globe, which is the pub behind the Electric. No, not the Globe. What do you want?
The Globe's
World's
like
End.
Arena.
Yeah, you're right. The World's End. Fucking. And he was just very polite, Jimmy Havoc, when he still had blood streaming down his face. And I like that grown wrestlers. Doesn't matter, like, when you're a kid and you're like, "Hey, how you doing, pal?" But like, you see, if I saw your dad, he'd be like, "Hello, Mr. Ross." Yeah. See, he did exactly that. Went from, "Yeah, all right, Matthew, yeah," to that, "Hello, Matthew's mum."
Hi, Miss Person.
Yeah. And so, yeah, on the basis of Jimmy Havoc was nice to my mum, Jimmy Havoc.
That's fair. I once, after a Fight Club show, you were there. He just had a horrendous death match, and I messaged him saying, "You coming for a drink after, Jimmy Havoc?" And because we'd previously, he was like, "I'll catch you after the show." I was like, "All right." And I messaged him, "You coming for a?" Didn't reply, and I thought, "Oh, maybe we weren't as good friends as." So I sort of waited a bit, and then messaged him again like, "You all right?" And then he put, "Yeah, sorry, I'll be there in a second. Just getting my ears stapled." I was like, "Oh, lovely."
We had one of them just soon after we left Name Redacted. the next Name Redacted pro wrestling show that there was in Newcastle. Me and Pachiti went along to the hotel where all the wrestlers were staying and met a few of them, and Jimmy Havoc was there. I don't know if he knew who I was, but we had a nice little chat. He was just very calm in the corner with his pint.
Yeah.
He's a lovely man.
Steve Linsky was on the table throwing his knickers around the air. It was amazing.
Senior official, Stephen.
Yeah.
Senior official, yeah, and I hope we don't kill his rep, by the way. Deathmatch legend Jimmy Havoc, the mum's
Quiet,
favourite.
well-spoken man.
Really nice guy. Really.
Yeah, he's
nice
so
guy.
lovely to nerds like us.
Ross,
Just in case the Big Show thing is true, I'm going to go for Captain Thingy off
Captain Insano.
Captain Insano off Thingy. Yeah,
That's good.
it was a toss-up between the Giant Santa or Captain Thingy, but I'm going to go for Captain Thingy.
I mean, Captain Sino is more memorable than what's the one line he gets in Jiggle Away?
I can't remember.
I'm gonna deck your halls, bub.
Just remember the little midget Santa next to him. It was just funny juxtaposition, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the Big Show look bigger. Give him a dwarf.
Yeah,
Like, it's like Arnie's up here and all that. Like, all right.
but I'd self-explanatory in it.
Yeah.
Famous character,
So
nice laugh,
Master
nice,
Blaster Santa.
nice leotard.
And one of them will, maybe he'll be in the Hall of Fame, I guess.
Not with Brandon Stroud though.
I've never heard of that guy.
That's it. He's gone. That's the last time you'll hear his name.
Follows me, and I wasn't the one. mentioned him every 5 seconds last time.
You follow
you?
Thanks, of course he does.
Oh my god.
He knows who I am. So those are the votees for the whole. That's not the right word.
Nominees.
For the Hall of Fame. No, the votees sounds way better. I've made it. So you, the people watching this or listening to this, can vote by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic.
There's all sorts
That's
of
it.
tiered rewards and perks and privileges there as well as your chance to vote on this illustrious Hall of Fame.
And anything you decide to donate will be reinvested back into the business to provide more content for fans like you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
And what a fun-filled week it's been for wrestling. Starting with Sunday's Elimination Chamber.
Not if you ask Lana, who blasted it for being predictable on Twitter.
Did
Did you
she?
hear about this?
No.
I hope she's talking about something else that was on
Yeah.
telly on some like Heartbeat. Oh,
She didn't specifically mention WWE, but she was like, if I was watching a show that was very predictable, I'd just stop watching. Too predictable, blah, blah, blah. I was like...
No, isn't that criticising fans who were...
No, it was I've worded it, I've paraphrased there, but
Oh,
the
right,
wording
yeah.
of it was clearly that she was criticising whatever product she was talking about, and it just happened to be very soon after Elimination Chamber.
she's gonna get my boy the sack.
Or Rusev.
No, someone else. which guy? Like, Yes, Elimination Chamber was Sunday, and the first match was the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. And
Well
this-
structured, I thought. Well structured
Oh,
affair.
absolutely. The foundations were amazing on that chamber.
Oh,
Here he comes.
yes.
Here he comes.
Zing.
Get some. And what did you think of this well-structured match, Jack?
I enjoyed it, apart from... There was a bit where Alexa Bliss did an amazing...
Aye.
What's it called?
No,
I nearly
no.
called it the
Twisted-
Sparkle Splash
Twisted
there. But
Bliss.
Twisted Bliss from the top of the pod, right onto Sashi B. And she just no-sold it and put the bank statement on and rolled it back into the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly it was a very difficult spot and something went wrong. And then they just went for it anyway. I think she was going to catch her somehow. But like,
Surely
But
not.
there's no way of that move. Yeah, the way you look at the position they were in, there was no way of that move working.
No.
But that aside, I liked the bits with Bailey, Banks, and Bliss. It's easy to say. The dynamic of Bliss running away from the two friends, and the two friends finally. Oh wait.
I just didn't like the
This is
timing of
beginning.
the turn-ish. Sasha's turn-ish.
Well, I won't call the turn Elimination Chamber a turn because it's every woman for herself and all that.
Yeah, but like you've got the champion there and you've got the advantage in the handicap. Why not wait until you eliminate the champion before ganning at it, you know? That's what got my gears a little bit.
Sasha just can't
Yeah,
help
that's
herself.
true.
She's mean.
Stupid, isn't she?
Oh.
However, that was the highlight. It really, what's what I'm looking for here, negates the whole, it's the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match, and not all the women should have been in that big-ass match. Absolution are still finding their feet.
Yeah.
There's no way if this was, an all-brand women's chamber match this would be, so it does take some of the shine off it, where, look, just women are in it. Not all of them are good, but, beggars can't be choosers. It's kind of like, oh, well, But the ending bit with those three women, I thought was good.
I liked Alexa Bliss's promo at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
She had us.
I found it very hurtful, actually. I was like, oh, none of my dreams are going to come true. Wow. I'm never going to own the Dallas Cowboys. Simpsons reference there. Good one. Isn't it when Homer says he wants to own the Dallas Cowboys? And
I know.
everyone just laughs at him?
Yeah.
I felt like that. I felt like Homer then. It was sad.
Good.
Right. Well, it was a good promo.
The more silence you give Jack, the funnier he is. Yes, I agree with those things. And the crowd were into that match, if nothing else.
Yep.
Which is more than can be said for the next match. Titus Worldwide getting their fourth?
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Fourth, innit?
Yes.
I've skimmed that one, I'm afraid.
They had some really good Raw matches. This was not one of them. The crowd, it was all billboards
Beach
working
balls.
on Apollo. And yeah, it's like, oh, cheer for Apollo, cheer for... They did not cheer for Apollo. They were playing with beach balls. They were not into it. The most noise they made was when Sheamus did a little slip and they all went, ah! And yeah. And Titus Worldwide did not win, so...
It ended quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, probably for the best. So, shame.
If you ask me, the Raw Tag Division needs something of a revival
In what way?
by bringing the revival in.
Oh, I see.
I know you got it and you're just pretending. But yeah, it was a low point of the show, wasn't it?
No, that comes later.
Okay, yeah.
No. And from the valley we go to the trough.
Peak.
Yes.
The trophy.
That's what we
peak.
call them in Newcastle. They don't know. They're all like Zimbabwe or whatever. Just make up stuff. 2, Asuka versus Nia Jax in my favourite match of the show. What do you think about this?
Both came out looking strong. No complaints.
Good little match. They did what they had to do, really, didn't they? Like, you can't have
Wrestle.
Yeah, wrestle. You can't have Nia getting dominated by Asuka, but also you can't have Asuka lose before
It was just
WrestleMania. So.
overshadowed a little bit by irresistible force, irresistible force, irresistible force.
Like, there's no other like expressions we can use in wrestling, and yeah, Nia Jax has been rejuvenated the last few weeks. She's been beating up people. That's easy for me to say, and I thought, well, with that in mind, she got the momentum behind her, that this was a great match with Asuka on the defense. I saw on Twitter, Nia Jax had that Vegeta versus Fedor appeal to it. There we go, I got all that right, and they mess up any of the words.
What's this?
The match, Kazuya, I'm bad at pronouncing names,
You
sorry.
talking
Kazuya
about-
Vegeta had a match in Pride against
Fedor Emelianenko.
Yeah, there we can. Let him say it. And there's no chance Vegeta was winning.
Right.
No chance whatsoever, because Fedor's that would. But he gets one shot, he sends him
Did he
reeling or
beat
whatever,
Fedor?
spinning it. Whee! And like, it has, what's commentator called? Bas Rutten go, oh my god, when he realizes, oh, we might actually win here. So that's why I love it when you watch wrestling and it's between two. Yeah, Nia Jax is at that level now. Like, it was like, oh, she could actually defeat Asuka, and you believe it, rather than, the lack of reaction that as worldwide got, because no one believed they were going to win, and they didn't. So, yeah. So this had the match and the heat, and it's like, oh my god, she might actually win, this is cool. And then she didn't, but it looked convincing enough. So, match of the night for me.
I think on balance, yeah, it probably was match of the night. I agree. Yep.
Guess what wasn't match of the night?
Was it Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt?
It was, Jack! Ho, 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 ho.
And a game of hide and seek.
Oh my lord. Alright, this match.
You've got to feel for both of them. Poor lads.
You'll feel both of them.
Got to feel for both of them.
Alright.
In the
Why?
heart. Because
I'm going to feel anything for
Both
Bray
very-
Wyatt,
both
killer
very-
of feuds.
both very creative, charismatic guys who've been stifled by booking. What's funny about that? That's true.
I was thinking of something funny.
Oh, right. Both creative, charismatic dudes who've been stifled by booking. Do you not agree?
I'm just making a noise.
Well, I just think.
Carry on talking.
I just think. Well, though Matt Hardy has since teased the final. What was it? The final? No, the ultimate deletion. Or something.
Ultimate deletion.
Final and ultimate.
What's that gonna be?
Eliminations.
It's where they both die. Big explosion. Gone
They
forever.
both go right and back falls together. Never to be seen again.
But that's the only bit of hope we have now with Matt Hardy. I keep wanting to call him Matthew James Cuthbert Hardy for some reason. He's
Matthew
got all
Cuthbert.
these. Yeah.
Silly. Yeah, that'd be hand puppets could save this feud. Yes,
He's got all these trademarks now, and so hopefully they just use them all at once, and everyone goes, "Wow!"
Phew.
I think it's gonna be at WrestleMania, and then Vanguard 1 comes out, and his wife, and his kid, and his other kid, and his gardener.
I think they should be in the crowd when this happens, because they were paying way more attention to what they were doing there than in the match. So you see a beach ball,
Oh, is
then you
this
see
something
Vanguard 1, then you see his kid, and then you see the gardener just being passed around the crowd. And then Bray's like, I'm going to do hey, wait a minute, and then, twist of fate. Yeah, so there were beach balls, there were crowd chants for Rusev, deafening chants for Rusev Day. And
Duly noted.
yes, no, they weren't. And yeah, match carried on. And then Matt Hardy did have some creativity, I guess, when they started doing the Mexican wave, or whatever you call it. We call it Mexican wave over here. Some people on Twitter get angry when I say that. It's not
Really?
a negative
What- I
thing.
thought
It
Well, I don't think
started in the
what
Mexican World Cup.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh.
Mexicans don't. It's like, who are you calling a wave? It's like, no, it's not a negative
What do
term.
they call it? The wave, Americans.
L wave.
No, not Mexican.
I don't know. It's something like the hockey wave or something.
Right,
That's
right.
them. And yeah, he started like charging it up with that, and then he went delete, and then he joined in. He'd be doing it all match, and that was it. He did more deletes than Eric Bischoff threw kicks in WCW versus NWO Revenge. It was the only thing he could do. Next.
What was next? The men's elimination chamber match.
No. Oh, you're forgetting a very important match.
Oh, Ronda Rousey versus.
Ronda Rousey versus the crowd.
Well, what do you think of it? Right. Okay. So obviously
Go on.
Ronda Rousey was uncomfortable, cutting a promo. We've all been
And she
there.
is everywhere. Yeah.
Right. But when she's not speaking, she looks really. Her facial expressions are really good. Yeah, like that a bit, sort of, a little bit. You look worried. What are you supposed to do?
Let's do Ms. Girl.
I liked that she slammed Triple H to the table.
Yes.
I don't like how she just let Stephanie slowly walk away.
Yeah. I was angry. She could have lived out all of our dreams there, and then she just let it slip through her fingers.
Damn it. She's very slowly getting away.
Triple H, though, when he sells these days, whoa. Like when Braun Strowman scared him at the end of Survivor Series, that was really good as well. I like when Triple H gets hurt, because it's like, whoa. It's really impactful.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey, I think, started off very awkward and bad because, she's not a great talker. She wasn't in UFC. And they did this in, was it Vegas, I think?
Yep.
Yeah, where there's been lots of UFC events. So this wasn't like the fighting girl crowd from wherever. They were like, oh yeah, we know who you are. We know who Holly Holmes is as well, and all the other people you've run away from. So no, I mean, like to begin with, you could hear them. Like people were trying to cheer for her, but people were like, nah, boo, like screw you. We ain't buying this. And I think that definitely shook her up. So I don't know if there were like family or friends in the front row, but there were people that started getting into it.
Wasn't he?
Oh, well, they probably just turned around. He probably just turned around and went, excuse me? And they went, oh yeah, I love Ronda me.
And another famous fighter who I don't know UFC, so I couldn't tell you who it was.
No. Good for him.
Yeah, he was there as well.
Yeah. But then it turned around. Like with the amazing false sincerity that Triple H and it's like, oh, we're gonna be part of a big thing.
Just found Kurt Angle.
Unlike the wrestlers, you're gonna get residuals. Screw them. And then during old Kurt Angle.
What he's on.
By the way, they said that you at WrestleMania 31. They said,
he did.
yeah.
It was just a bit before he started speaking. Me and Pacitti caught it on the Out Live reaction. He just stood there going. Like his face was.
Did Triple H go like he's suffering from a cold and like,
pneumonia.
I never had a cold.
Standing in the background and shouting.
Triple H, Steph, God. Is he okay? It's like,
it was like he just had the big old hit up the snoot and it hit him.
Whoa! Got a bit stuck. Have we got any water? And
that's not saying he does actually do that. That's what it looked like.
We'll put that in the news bit. Kurt Angle did coke beforehand, exclusive to Cultaholic.
Worrying though, because what?
Yeah.
Poor old man.
Yes, and so it's gonna suck when he gets in the ring in the mixed tag match at WrestleMania.
Goes for the lock.
Oh, it's gonna go for the hot tag. No, it's these entrants.
When I was in
falling backwards on his arse.
When I was in primary school, there was a lad. I think he was in year 5 or 6.
Oh no!
There was a lad. You're right.
Go on.
There was a lad called James. I won't say his last name to protect his identity after this story. In the middle of one lesson, he wasn't the most popular lad. He wasn't very good at football and all that. Neither was I. But he was like a level below me in terms of popularity. And middle of one lesson, he just starts going, eee! We're all like, the teacher goes, James? He goes, eee! James, stop it! Eee! Bang! Head on the desk. Everyone was like, it was real. He wasn't just being a weird kid. Had to go to the hospital and that. He'd had a fit in the middle of the class and the teacher had gone, James, stop it! Now obviously, I'm not saying Kurt Angle's like James from my primary school.
Dear me.
Now, obviously, now because we were kids and not the most sensitive of ages, for the rest of his school career, James was plagued with which is a bit. But Kurt Angle's reminded me of James a bit from school. I think he's a few.
I wish I was there for that.
Oh god!
It was horrible. He's alive. He's alive today, thankfully. He was just.
Oh, if you told me he died, I would have laughed even harder. Come on.
Oh dear. Crying.
Here comes Angle with the hot tag. He's gonna make the same time. Oh no! Oh no!
It was just. I wasn't expecting the anecdote to go down quite that well.
Oh god!
I can't remember my point. Kurt Angle's a few episodes away from that level, and I'm worried about him.
It is worrying.
The men's elimination chamber match. Which at this point was it was getting on quite a bit.
Not as good as a 10-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, well we're gonna. This match was good, but it's not against James Redacted. Yeah, no wrestlers were hurt in the making of this chamber match, unlike Max me, and it was good, but at this point. It was a good match.
I can't remember what happened.
It was a good.
Yeah, really. It was like, okay, they all did the moves, they all did the stuff. Braun Strowman looked great. But I didn't, it's like surplus to requirement. It's like, go there and do some stuff because that's what's expected of you. Something, moves. And I was very tired at this point. So it was good, but I'm never going to rewatch it.
It was a good match, but it was like if someone had gone before the show, if someone on Reddit or an internet fan had gone to another internet fan, how do you think WWE will book this? They'll probably have Strowman eliminate everyone and then Roman will beat him to look strong. And that's what happened. It was like a parody of...
Yeah, it was a bit weird that they want, what am I talking about? Roman's going to main event again with Brock Lesnar. Okay, I'm alright with that. But you would think, and again, I hate putting my fantasy booking hat on, because it messes up my hair, but you would think that they would have Roman come out here and beat everybody and be like, yeah, I'm the Mutt's nuts. Or, you know, James is having a fit in the corner and gives him the Heimlich or whatever, however it is you cure a fit. Like, oh, Roman saved a sick kid, all right. You know, but instead, yeah, Braun looked like...
I can't get...
Braun, all right, like, it's just lingering in the corner.
I'd like to ask him why he was making that noise when he was having a fit.
I don't think he was aware.
He's having a fit!
I just know that he's going to be nominated for the Hall of Fame next time.
I'm making a shirt next time.
And I don't know how we're going to be able to print him off because I can't reveal his identity.
Oh my god! It's
James, stop it!
Well, this new tag team. Emote comes the curtain.
So yeah, it was
so-
good but predictable. Roman's going on to WrestleMania. There we go.
Yeah,
That's all it was.
It's
Not what it says.
We'll get through this together.
It's just a predictable Elimination Chamber.
So Elimination Chamber was not like the Judd Yito collection. There were some good bits, but you had to look for them. Onwards and upwards to Raw, and there were many good things, but we'll skim through them because we have been talking a lot about the important things like friends at school. We had a amazing Miz promo, one of the best. If they ever do a highlight reel of Miz promos, this will be on it, where he came out and talked about his show, Miz and Mrs. The crowd booed. He went, I'm going to say this again, and you will cheer. Miz and Mrs. Crowd booed. The people booing me watching anyway, who are you kidding? And the crowd went, yeah, you're right. So he was godlike on the show, and then a bit of weirdness where, I don't know what the hell was supposed to happen here. Rollins, I wrote this down to make sure I get it right. Rollins wrestled Miz, because Rollins is on the way to be number one big guy on the show, and then Kurt Angle appeared on the thing and said, aha, you're going to wrestle Finn Balor. Because I said you were going to possibly wrestle a guy. Rollins just apparently came out and went, I'll beat Miz. Looks like a laugh. And then Balor's going to wrestle Miz immediately after wrestling a long match with Rollins.
So obviously he
like,
lost.
Right.
Yeah.
So then Miz Taraj interfered, going, oh, screw this, right? Then it happened again, and Miz Taraj were banned. And you're like, so is Angle just being a dick now, or has he just got a touch of the James and forgot what he's supposed to be doing? So Angle looked like a dick here. Miz, the evilest bad guy of all, looked like, you know, at a point.
Felt really bad for him.
Yeah,
especially
very weird.
I really liked him in Elimination Chamber as well because I liked the bit at the start when he was like a Braun Strowman's thing. He was like whoa, and Strowman went bang, and he got really scared. Very good. But no, I felt really sorry for him. I don't know what's going to happen. There's people are saying online it's going to lead to a triple threat or some kind of multi-man for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, where he'll probably lose because it's the Miz, and he's
awesome.
And he's awesome, yeah. but he loses when he has to, and he's a good heel.
Yeah, and in some of the strangest, if I've read everything online, and God, that's not a good idea to do, but it's the only way this makes sense. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman were announced to be appearing on Monday Night Raw, face to face with the big dog, not Clifford, the other one, and they were not there. Apparently they were pulled so Roman could do this promo where he does the work shoot pipe bomb thing and goes, well, you know what, I'm here every week, I kiss the babies and hug the fat women, and you know, Brock Lesnar's not here, he cares about getting photos with Dana White. And I usually hate these things. I love CM Punk, big CM Punk fan, but I hate the fact that the rise of the pipe bomb, and even places like Grimm's Toy Store now make they sell their stuff as, oh, it's a shoot, guys. And I would usually hate this. However, crowd was actually cheering Roman Reigns at the end.
His best promo of his career.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, the ends justify the means, but it's going to be really hard for them to do this every week.
Is it real or not?
I don't think...
From the report I read, and again, it's online, so I've long since given up on trying to track what is real and what we're supposed to think is real and how I'm supposed to react. I'm like, oh God, can I just watch people slamming each other in the pants? They were supposed to be there, and they went, no, Roman will look better if we say Brock Lesnar just didn't show up.
I think it's...
Because people, there's a genuine thing why a lot of people do not like Brock Lesnar, that he does not show up to these shows and has a very... very nice contract for little work, which I'd never begrudge him for. I mean, good for him, but you know, people get behind things, so it worked.
I liked
for 1
it.
week.
I thought it was quite good. It's some people have reported it. What Culture reported it as what they did. I'm just saying, What Culture reported.
You didn't do the cough or the redacted.
Name redacted reported it as like
your mate from school reported it.
No.
Yes. Yes,
Shane.
Got him. Carry on. Sorry.
They reported it as They reported as
That's how you click it.
They reported as like, oh, this could be the main event of WrestleMania could be in jeopardy. Personally, I don't think so. I think.
What?
Well, personally, I just think.
Click.
Well, yeah, I think that Lesnar will, lose to Roman, lose his belt, and then he'll be off back to the UFC. I think that's what's going to happen. But apparently, they're keeping Strowman in reserve. It's kind of a weird floating element of the booking in case anyone can't do. So, like, if Lesnar decides to jump early, he'll just fill in. If Reigns gets busted in this alleged drugs scandal, he'll fill in for him.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Maybe he'll fill in for like the Intercontinentals, like to make it a 4-way. So Strowman hasn't got a match at the minute apparently, and he's just floating about. It's quite interesting. I think it's quite interesting anyway.
I think it's quite interesting.
Yeah, good.
Me too. There was a guy with a sign. Because Roman said, I found out half an hour before I came out here that Brock's not coming. But there was a guy shown just after Roman's promo with a sign that said Brock no shows or something like that. Which I thought he's predicting the future. He's come from the future to the past.
See, I'm getting really old because I just see this stuff and go, like, can I just watch it? No, they want you to think that, so they'll do this.
It was a plant. Oh,
well, like Dean Ambrose. Good joke.
SmackDown.
The Bar took on what? Well, let's skip it. Bar Ties Worldwide, top 3 falls match. Just to reiterate, that's it. This feud is done. Okay, cool. Thank you for getting my hopes up. And then the Bar rant about that. They're really, really good, and they're so good they don't have any competition.
Dash Wilder tweeted, I saw.
Oh,
Why can't he good? He said.
But they're heels as well, aren't they?
It was really good. Sorry doesn't follow him back. Broad chase Elias out of the ring and the arena. And then
a limo turned up, which I think was meant to be Stephanie and Triple H coming.
Yeah, that was a bit. It was supposed to be an alright segue, then it didn't come out. So you're like, oh, it's The Rock? No, it's not The Rock.
I used to love when The Rock arrived in his limo.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever a limo pulled up in like 2000, you'd be like, who is it? And it'd be someone you'd see every week, but it would always be exciting.
I like the only writers that would write, it's really bad this, someone arriving halfway through a show.
Yeah.
Get fired for that.
Very late.
And then Triple H punched Kurt with his best James face.
Kurt did not see it coming.
He's looking up like, oh, who am I again?
Kurt Angle's face is great, isn't it?
So yeah, Raw had some good bits. SmackDown, Baron Corbin defeated Sami Zayn at the end of days.
Was he cheered?
I couldn't tell because they kept on cutting to Kevin Owens on commentary, which was amazing. Thank you very much, Kevin Owens. And then kept on switching backstage to Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon while the match was going on. So they did some stuff. Baron Corbin won. Couldn't tell if he was being cheered or not. Ruby Wyatt defeated Naomi. I forgot that.
Bray Wyatt defeated Naomi.
Bray Wyatt, yes, of the Bray Wyatt squad, defeated Naomi. Decent match. I thought Naomi's actually quite good considering she's got a snow plow attached to her. Detective Show, Unsolved Mystery.
I've not seen SmackDown, by the way.
No,
oh, right.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't watch SmackDown, so I'll say something. That really happened? I'm like, yeah. What a weird gimmick. We need her in England right now. The Unsolved Mysteries people, who were doing a thing with Tupac and Biggie, about them, obviously not with them, that'd be a bit awkward. The Derek Okora for that.
There he goes,
did one of these forced advert segments that I actually think worked because they're usually awful and cringy, so they had them with Breezango, so it worked.
It worked thematically, yeah.
Yes. And New Day talked with the Usos.
Oh, Big E! Right, so the Usos were like, we're the best tag team, you're not. No, they didn't say it like that, they said it like the Usos did. And then Big E went, right, listen, I'm going to break down exactly why we're the better tag team. And he did, and it was amazing. It was a really good promo from Big E. He was angry. It was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you can whine about being on the sidelines. Well, we got up the field, what they say in American football. It's like, yeah, good point. And, okay, Fastlane will be them for the upteenth time, but it's going to be good, so it's all right. And Nakamura defeated Aiden English with a Kinshasa as the crowd, again, loudly chanting for Rusev Day. Another week, another near Rusev.
He was there, ringside.
It's going to suck for Aiden English. Wow, I'm so over. I'm the Day in Rusev Day. No, Day's his new surname. You're his pal.
It must be weird being him.
Yeah, it comes out, insults the city. Boo, Rusev. Yeah, it's like, well, he told me to say it. Like, I mean, come on. And then, John Cena defeated AJ Styles.
Now, so Cena turned up and went, I want to get, to WrestleMania, because for some reason this year I don't think I'm going to be able to. And then, was it Shane? No, it was Daniel Bryan put him in the main event against AJ. And if he won, then he'd get put into the Fastlane main event, which is already the match of, chuck loads of people in. And he did win, and I don't like it, because the world... I'm going to sound like a boring old traditionalist here, but the world champions lost a non-title match. It always makes him look a bit...
Yeah, it's like, I lost on Raw, so I'm going to try SmackDown instead.
Yeah, but I just think when you're building him up, presumably Styles is going to retain the belt at Fastlane. When you're building him up to this massive match against Nakamura, don't have him lose. I know that it's Cena and Cena's really strong, but don't have him lose on a SmackDown. I really don't like it.
I would disagree in the sense that this match was just, hey, look, it's going to be a good match. Please watch SmackDown. The ratings aren't great. The house show attendance isn't amazing, to say the least. So this was a, hey, look, here's a hot shot for you. They're going to be in the six-way anyway. This was just a, hey guys, look, it's a good match. This doesn't mean nothing. AJ Styles is still champion. Cena's going to still be Cena. Maybe I'm just, got Stockholm Syndrome at this point. But it was just entertaining. The crowd was like, oh, AJ Styles is ruined. I mean, he's the two of probably the best on SmackDown right now.
I do see what you mean.
Brand, whatever. So I didn't get that much, whatever out of it. And the crowd went nuts for it. So that was nice. They tried to stop chanting Rusev Day for 5 minutes, so you could tell that was it was working for them. And Cena won, so he is in the six-pack challenge, and British Bulldog in jeans will be there as well. And
Brian Kendrick, he was in.
The other six-pack challenge.
He was in
Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick. He won Zeke. For a bit. He had the belt for a little bit. Do you think it'll be good?
It's a six-way. It could be a big old mess.
Is it?
It could be a pizza stain.
What are the rules? Is it one fall or is it time limit and then it changes? Is it a scramble?
No, I don't think it's a scramble.
Just a one fall. Okay.
Though we do have a week left, so maybe it will be a scramble. All right, seven-way.
Yeah, someone else might get
Rusev getting added
why
to the match.
Not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
It's like opera. You're in the match. You're in the match.
It's the classic being held back because you've got over at the wrong time or the.
It's not what they want. It's weird. I say it all the time. They let the New Day organically transition from faces to heels because the face thing wasn't working initially. Then they turned into magnificent heels. Bad News Barrett was a heel getting over as a face and they trashed him. And now Rusev is meant to be a heel because he's foreign. He's not. He's a face, but they're trashing him as well. It's weird how they pick and choose who they let naturally transition.
Yeah, apparently with the shirt selling so well also. But sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well.
As Sami Zayn said, or was it Kevin Owens, when they had a run-in with Shane McMahon backstage, it's every week with this guy, and it was sick. And SmackDown is getting quite repetitive.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Oh, Stroud, can you pass us that?
What's wrong with Stroud? He's a good lad and a good writer.
You better get out. Cheers.
If Jenna's got... I've not seen this. If Jenna's back...
We never see these, by the way. So
if Jenna's back.
What?
Oh, well, one of us sees us.
I picked them.
Episode 25 or something, or a big landmark episode.
We're getting Jenna in.
We've got the 25 episodes.
It'll be revealed that Jenna's just like Pachiti or something, won't it?
No, it's legit.
It's legit. Wow.
Legit, yeah.
Wow. Heat with Jenna.
I think Jenna might be... Wow, is there a question for... Yes. We're actually going to start with...
I thought, just...
Start with Jenna?
Well, no, I'll save it for the last because she's the
Are you going to save her? You're going to look at the numbers.
The main event goes on
carefully
last.
placed them.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind them.
That doesn't matter. It's your word.
Hello, Cultaholic podcast.
Yo.
My question is, do you think the women will ever main event WrestleMania? I feel like a Sasha, Bailey, Charlotte, Becky fatal four-way, must be good for SmackDown then, would be worthy of the spot with the right creative build, up and hype. Keep up the fantastic work. Lucas with a K.
Cheers, Lucas.
Lucas.
Within the next 5 years, I reckon.
I think there is, but Ronda Rousey has to be involved.
Yeah, I agree with Ross. I think the women have been doing great work at the minute. They might as well have headlined at WrestleMania 32 because they were only good thing on that damn show.
Apart from the ladder match. Love the ladder match.
Yeah,
ladder match
okay.
was
If you're
good.
Zack Ryder. Yeah.
Rusev
right now.
cell was great as well.
Yes.
Went through, backward roll through the ropes in one motion. Fantastic.
Okay, one of the good things about WrestleMania 32. But yeah, I think they've become normal now. That's the thing. They become part of the scenery. So we've got used to them being there. So I think some of the varnish has come off and get a bit of a better program. And having someone like Ronda Rousey for WrestleMania, which works fine because it's all guest stars anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, that could work.
I think within the next 5 years, that's my call.
I would say Sasha, Bailey, Charlotte, and Becky are good, but I mean, you know, Born Meccano's not doing anything. I'm just saying. Hey lads,
Hey.
brackets and Jack.
Ah.
What would your perfect WWE commentary team be? This could be anything from the past and present. Mine would be Nigel McGuinness, Renee Young, and Tom Phillips. Cheers, Ben.
Go ahead, Ben.
What an underwhelming life he must lead for his dream three.
Atunga, Watson, and T.
Mine would involve Jim Ross and Heyman because that's my favourite duo.
Oh,
That's
nice.
a good one. Yeah.
And one other.
I don't really think it would have to be a three-person commentary team.
So I need a baby. Who's the best babyface commentator of recent times? Or ever? Gorilla Monsoon. But he was more play-by-play, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Gorilla Monsoon can stick up a case for the good guys. Ross, Heyman and Gorilla Monsoon.
I'll go for Jim Ross, circa, Attitude Era Jim Ross. Bobby Heenan. And if I need a third one, that would be fine for me, but if I need a third one, I'd say, who's good at, you know what, I'm going to go for, because Corey Graves is heel as well, and they'd overpower the bit. I'll go for Nigel McGuinness as well, just because he's a good analyst, I suppose. No, Daniel Bryan. He's over. He's not the best talker, but he's over. Everyone likes him, and he'd be a good babyface colour guy. Yep, that's my three.
I think Nigel is doing very good work, but I don't see anything wrong with Mike Adamle, Taz, and who's a legendary awful.
Are you disrespecting Taz on this podcast?
I would
Have you said
not.
anything
on our
disres-
video podcast.
Have you disrespected me in any way?
Well, if I have, I'll get a DM from him in about 5 minutes. So, no, I'll leave it as that.
Okay.
That sounds good. And Josh Matthews, because he follows me on Twitter for some reason. There's nothing but slayed him for the last 5 years. Thanks, Josh. Hi, guys. My question is, if you had Vince McMahon as a guest on the podcast, what would you ask him / talk about? Regards, Stephen Pitt.
I like that question. Probably just like James and that. What was anything funny happened at school? Like what?
Well,
that would go
Vince
dark,
about-
wouldn't it? Because he had a troubled childhood.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Trailer park getting beat up by
He had
his
that
father.
quote about he didn't know his original. He did know his original dad, but he said that it's a shame that his original dad died before he could get to him. He would have enjoyed killing him.
Wow.
I know I remember that quote so much, but it's like, oh,
I
Vince
mean, it's
McMahon.
pretty substantial, isn't it?
And then he made somebody kill his ass. I don't know. What would you ask Vince about if you had one question?
I sat there for a good 3 minutes and thought about this, but I couldn't come to a conclusion.
There's just too much, isn't there? It's just too much to ask. And it wouldn't be something like, why did you push Cena when there was Cesaro waiting? Like, it wouldn't be like that. Because
When are you going to bring about the Attitude Era?
what would it be? What's your definition of a man, Vince?
Damn it, come on, I've got one question.
I know.
What's your favourite part of Blazing Saddles? It's probably the one film he likes. Oh, no, what was it, the thing that he actually genuinely liked? Was it Wild Hogs with Tim Allen?
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he really like that? What a
So
strange...
some of the backstage say like, yeah, it was like, what are all these really awkward, bad comedy bits in WWE? And someone said, well, Vince McMahon's favourite films is Wild Hogs.
Really?
Oh, that makes sense.
He's a fascinating man.
Yeah, so you got to think of something.
The brass ring. How do I get a brass ring?
Jack?
Who's your favourite?
There's so many controversial
Who's
things.
your favourite one of the Extreme Dinosaurs?
We're really good at ad-libbing on the show.
Yeah.
And finally, the last question could be from anybody. Soliloquy here. You know that bit from the second series of I'm Alan Partridge where the eponymous Partridge is talking about James Bond films and Tex, played by Peter Serafinowicz, and Michael, played by the Meerkat fella, keep getting the plots to various Bond films mixed up, causing Partridge to yell, "Stop getting Bond wrong!" Have any of you ever had a moment like that concerning wrestling, where someone thinks they know loads about specific wrestling angles and storylines, but they completely miss the main points? Personally, I feel that way whenever Jack talks about New Japan, PWG, and or Ring of Honor.
Really?
Jenna Samuels, P.S. You went to school with my brother.
What?
His name was James.
No, right. James's last name was not Samuels, but it does begin with an S.
Great. Tune in next week to get another letter. I mean, I do think some wrestling fans can be, and I've seen it firsthand, like, haha, you don't know X thing, and
Sounds
I
a bit
do,
like that,
so
yeah.
you must...
Sam's watched New Japan once. He thinks he knows a lot.
Oh, is he? Because
You're not
I've
gonna
seen
watch
people, I've seen people, they try and join in, and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's not right, but this is, la la la, let's be friends, and some people are like,
No.
I am the gatekeeper of New
I was
Japan.
going to use the word gatekeeper. It's important not to be a gatekeeper when someone's trying to become a fan of something, because you don't want to put them off. And enjoying something, you just want to enjoy it. But one time, me and Pachiti at the old office, the name redacted office, in the queue for the canteen, and there was a man there who was playing a game on his phone, like it was like one of those WWE card games on the phone or something like that, one of those ones. Pachiti just strikes up a conversation with him because he's Adam Pachiti, and just says, "Oh, have you got the new I saw that actually. Are you a wrestling fan?" And what? And the guy's like, "No, I've not watched it for ages, mate, but I used to pure love it. Like I loved it when." And then he started saying some stuff, but he was getting them wrong, and he was like, "Aye, but do you remember that match, Austin versus Rock? I love that. Like, I think Austin was the best good guy ever. Don't think he ever like turned bad or anything." And I was like, "I think he might have actually aligned with WCW at one point." And he was like, "No, that didn't happen." And I wanted to be like, "You," but no, I just let it go. But it was very, very frustrating. A younger me would have got very annoyed, but I just kept it in. I just kept it inside. Yeah.
Ross, have you had any moments where you let's see each other's names. Stall for times, trying to think of something.
What's the question?
I tell you, when you, actually the question was, I hate Jack, and it wasn't really a question. It was more, have you had a moment where you've heard someone talk about something and you got annoyed because it's been horribly, horribly wrong? I think, not of anybody in real life that can think, oh, that's memorable, like, haha, you got the thing wrong. I'm like, well, whatever, you're allowed to have an opinion and be wrong. No, you're not.
I'm going there again, but it's most of the times I did those NUFC fans videos at Name Redacted.
Oh my god.
The
Oh
NFC fan video.
Lord. Yeah, some of those at Name Redacted. Like, why Brock Lesnar's run in UFC wasn't a success? Oh, really? The guy who's currently working, 6 dates a year for WWE on the basis of that?
That's
Alright,
unrelated to what I said there, but while we're talking about
No, it
those videos,
isn't.
10 things that'll happen when Vince McMahon dies. Why would you do that?
I'll do one bad thing that we did one time. They used to have those DVDs where, I'll stop quickly, it was like the top feuds of all time. It's like stuff you watch before you get out on a night out or something, or home drunk at 3 in the morning. And one bit had Taz versus Sabu, and I realised it was such a naff DVD that no one cared about, because it was all like weapon shots, them hitting each other with chairs and stuff, and them going, like the talking heads, like, wow, what a great feud it was. You never saw such extreme, and not once they mentioned the story behind it, which is one of the best ones UCW ever did. They just went, yeah, it was great because tables. I was just like, oh, alright, great. So I didn't like that, that's lame. But I can't think of anything
Jenna,
else.
I think you'll find that I'm the only one who's answered your question properly. So,
And as we end today's lovely session with a last ever appearance of the crappy tables, the big question, what was Undertaker's best WrestleMania match?
25, Michael's, end of discussion.
Michael's 1 or 2?
One.
that's one.
Oh, God. Oh, we're on agreement again.
I know. I was
But
gonna.
yeah.
Was that
right?
it?
What was it? Right. What was everyone's?
Thanks for watching.
Right. What was everyone's second favourite Undertaker
Oh, okay,
match
that's a
in
good
WrestleMania?
one.
15. Boss Man.
What?
Where he was murdered.
Where he died. I'm going to say 23 against Batista because they had the match of the year and no one predicted it. Because Batista was a bit crap around this time. Maybe due to injuries, maybe due to the fact that apparently he had a bit of an ego. Went to SmackDown and basically went to the locker room.
Because he had a big dick.
I don't know, but people often ask me what the size of it.
I'll go.
Wow, no laughter there. I'm looking like a friggin' weirdo if that's
Oh,
Well,
there.
no, everyone knows the Batista's dick thing, don't they?
I hope so. No one
Cool.
popped. So it's just like that awkward silence after I got
Just took him a few years to acclimatise to doing the wrestling while having a big phallus.
So, yeah, proof. Yeah, sure. Didn't stop too cold Scorpio. Batista had a great
It
match,
did.
and Batista's dick had a great match with Undertaker, and no one saw it coming, and they had great chemistry together. What was yours, Jack?
Probably 26, but it's a bit of a cheap answer, isn't it? Because it's the other really good Michaels one. Or 28, the end of an era, because that had the most convincing near fall of Undertaker's streak when he got super kicked into the pedigree, and everyone went, they're going to do it, they're going to bury him, and then they didn't. And it was.
He's been buried lots of times.
Yeah, he always comes back. Not this year, apparently.
Maybe.
That's it. It's the like Undertaker's not appearing. Oh, he's gonna be. No, he's not gonna be there. You always say that, but he is. It's like, oh yeah, we're really messed up here because now he's actually not gonna be here.
Yeah, it'll be weird if he doesn't turn up this year. After what they've done.
I will confess, I picked the question this week, and I wish I'd chosen a less obvious one, because everyone loves 25. Some people prefer 26, but everyone loves 25.
Man, 26.
You know what?
Nah.
Unsung hero, 18.
Versus Ric Flair.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pipe.
On
Oh,
Anderson.
big arm gets in there.
Oh, the big odd spine buster. Probably the last spine buster he ever hit, maybe?
Oh, he did one on Dolph Ziggler at a house show a few months ago.
Also,
Oh, the Clash of Champions
Yeah,
thing, right?
that one, aye.
also big shout out to 9 against Giant Gonzalez, where he got knocked unconscious with a chloroform rag and won by DQ.
Yeah, but no one saw it because they were also asleep. Not due to chloroform, but due to watching that match. And I'll say Jake Roberts at WrestleMania 8, just because Jake just can make a punch look as convincing as, I know, Reverse Frankenstein is on Raw now. It's like, and then Jake's like, ugh, and he's like, I'm dead. And Jake's like, oh yeah, you're right. Oh no, I forgot.
Another unsung hero, the pillow fight at 17. On the bed, on the mattress.
Oh my god, he just chokes him into hell. Replay. Giant blue mat. Like, oh, fuck.
I liked that match.
I did
Oh,
apart
that's
from
really
that,
good.
yeah.
It was first ever time, I believe. Like, oh my god, last ride. Bonk.
And he split his head open
Yeah.
with the hammer.
And the longest ref bump.
Yeah,
Jay Ross like, wow, someone should check on the ref.
Oh, lovely. That was a nice discussion.
What was his last good? No, I think just a quick thing then.
Sick of The Undertaker now.
What was his last good match?
Punk. At 29.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
The Lesnar
One
one
of the
was a
Lesnar's
spectacle.
ones not good.
Well, it wasn't a good match.
Oh, yeah.
Hell of a moment.
The Hell in a
but
Cell
not a
Cell-
good match.
Hell in a Cell
Hell in a
with
Cell with
Lesnar.
Lesnar, yeah.
Not at Mania.
They ripped
but-
up the ring.
Oh god, I forgot
Yeah,
about
that was yeah.
Love their matches.
That was probably his
Oh,
last good
bless me.
match, actually.
He waited a year and a half to get his revenge. But whatever, that match.
Good.
And that's all got time for this week on the Cultaholic video podcast. You can sponsor and follow us on patreon.com/cultaholic.
Follow us on every form of social media at Cultaholic, apart from
Instagram.
which is at We Are Cultaholic, because somebody had Cultaholic, believe it or not.
Very quick thinking individual there before we'd established the Instagram.
Is he asked for money
account.
yet?
No.
Gonna get nothing. Damn you, ex-employee.
We should probably... you can listen to this on iTunes now.
Oh!
Good.
Yes, now on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Yes.
Yes, and SoundCloud and the YouTube. Hopefully somewhere else soon. Beginning with an S and ending in Ottify.
Oh, really?
Spotify.
I didn't know that.
On Spotify.
Oh, the fuck?
The Turkish version of Spotify. But that's it.
See you later.
Bye. Join us.
Oh, yeah, wait.
Join us.
Do the shield punch in a minute. Join us!
Wow.
Yeah.